all you Jason Brock, Panda Ross fans. Are you ready? Because we are ready to dish it out. What it do?
Oh my God. So we're back at the Jason Brock Panda Ross channel. We're doing our reviews every week. And hey, before you watch the show and experience our fabulousness, you better subscribe.
Yeah. We're going to really need y'all to subscribe.
Yeah,
we're going to need y'all to subscribe, and we're going to need y'all to leave some comments. Because you know, me and Jason, we're trying to go international.
That's right.
And with the help of our Jason Brock Panda Ross fans, we can do that.
That's right. So, did you subscribe yet? Because if you didn't, you shouldn't watch the rest of the show.
No, don't say that, Jason. We need all the views we can get, baby.
No, you can watch it. You can watch it. Just feel guilty the whole time.
Woohoo!
But no, so we're going to talk about X Factor Season 3.
Bam! Wait a minute. Let's put that at... Woo! I mean, X Factor. It's all about the X, baby. And what we're going to need X Factor to do is keep their A game up. Because if they don't keep their A game up, baby, you know what's going to happen, right, Jay? It's going to be tanked. And we ain't trying to have that now. Because you know P. Ross then went, 1, 2, 3 seasons? I ain't trying to... It's just in case I change my mind and want to go back. I'm going to need there to be a season 4.
Well, you know, let's not talk about how X Factor did in the ratings last night. Ooh, the premiere night.
Oh, wait. Now, don't be dishing on X Factor. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, because we want X Factor back for season 3. The only reason why they didn't get the ratings that they should have got last night, because they would have got the props that they got last night, is because, well, you know, they on a low budget right now.
Oh, yeah.
And so, therefore, they wasn't able to promote like that. That was last year, baby. That was last year. But they weren't able to promote like they normally do, because, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we know why. It's because we weren't on the show. That's why.
I mean, you know. Well, you weren't on the show.
Okay. So, how about the show tonight? We have Mario Lopez as the host.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold up. First, Jason, we gotta give them the grade so far. We know that the ratings was low last night, but they about to come up, because if X Factor do what they did last night, man, X Factor gonna outbeat X Factor gonna outbeat Voice and all of them. So check it out. Last night, and this is just my opinion, X Factor did A+. I loved the show last night. I thought the show was on point. Everything was good. The singers, you know, they was all right. It was exciting. You know, and the first show to me was an A+. Second show was a B.
This is so weird, because I would give the first show a B+, maybe, and then I give tonight an A+.
What? I started getting bored the last 45 minutes. I ain't even gonna lie. But I think they just need to do these shows for about an hour, because, you know, I got that ADD and my attention span ain't all what it's supposed to be.
Well, you know, Lindsay Parker said the same thing from Yahoo Music. She tweeted, I looked at her Twitter, and she's like, I think X Factor is best in a 1-hour format.
They best in a what? Who said that?
Lindsay Parker from Yahoo Music.
Go, Lindsay. So check it out. Let's dish it out about the first night. What's up with the first night? Give it to me, Jason. Give it to him.
Okay, the first night. Hold on a second. I have to look at my notes here. Okay, so it started with Carlito Olvero. This Latino
sexy young boy.
Mm-hmm. Yum. You know, I have to say he's delicious, and but he can also sing.
Yeah, he could sing. That boy came out there, and baby, to me, he had a great connection with the crowd and everything. I mean, he brought his A game. When he walked up on the stage, first of all, he looked delicious. And then I turned around, and I was like, he is too young for me. I'm going to have to pull out that cougar status on him if I ever run into him, though.
I know, right?
But he was bringing his A game, and boy, I mean, for the first, to start the show off with him, that was what that was. He did good.
Great start. That was a great start. A sexy, good singer start. That's the way to start it. And oh my God, did you hear that woman? I don't remember her name.
Sally.
The one who can't sing. The one who did the opera thing.
Sally Hesnice. I think that's what her name was. But check this out. I think that she forgot the words to the song, or either she was so excited that she just couldn't get it out. Because Simon was sitting there looking at her like, she was disgusted. He was disgusted or something. But then finally she started singing, she didn't sound that good. But I gave it up for her because she was doing it for the overs, baby. And she didn't do a real good job. But at least she went out there and lived out her dream. Praise God for selling her seeds.
How about Malaria? Did you hear Malaria? I mean, Valeria.
Who is Valeria? I don't remember who she is.
She wasn't.
If they was bad, I don't remember. But if they was good, I remember.
It wasn't good. Okay, wait. So, okay, who do you have? Do you want me to keep going?
Check this out. Let's go on and get to the good stuff. You know who was good. The best one of the night was who?
50 years old. Lily.
Yes, 54-year-old Lily McLeod.
That's right.
Lily McLeod, let me tell you something about Lily McLeod. And baby, that is a bad girl. Let me tell you, well, first of all, her body is on point. She got a nice little figure. She had that Catwoman suit on. Now, I don't know what all that was hanging off the back of the butt of that. She could have left that piece at home. But that black suit was fitting them heels, and the sister had that wig on, and she was wearing that makeup. That girl, she was looking good.
She was looking
and then
really
when she
good.
See what?
She was looking really good. Like, there was no way. I was having trouble believing she was 54. I really was.
I know. I'm still now, but I'm gonna tell you why we know she's 54. Hold up. Well, now, first of all, let me give her props. Do it again, Jason. Do it again, Miss Lily sang her butt out. We gonna give Miss Lily that. Miss Lily sang, and Miss Lily deserved them points. Yes. And I thank God for Miss Lily because she is in the overs category. And I'm looking out for the overs category because I want Kelly Rowland to bring it.
She's in the over the hills category.
Now you leave Miss Lily alone. Don't miss Miss Lily. But let me tell you, now y'all know I love Miss Lily. Y'all know me and Jason Brock is crazy. We gonna tell it like it is. The only part about Miss Lily that I didn't understand, I was shocked when they said she was 54 years old until she did that number. And I said, what is wrong with them hands? Because, oh my God, it looked like her hands were 70 and then her body was 30. I didn't understand what was going on with them hands. So one thing that the X Factor's going to have to do, they're going to have to suit her and boot her every time before she go out there. They put some gloves on her. Put some gloves or some diva thing, because you can't be having the sister that sing like a 100% star standing up there in that camera with hands looking like my grandma. Grandma's hands. We bad.
Wow. Okay, I have to agree with you on that because you sent me a picture and I'm like, wow, you're right. But hands were kind of a theme if you think about it.
I had to stop that camera and scroll it and photograph it and zoom in on it because I said to myself, I know that ain't what I think that is. But anyway, we still give Miss Lily number one for the night, baby. She rolled it out.
And I only wish that she had a Twitter. I cannot find her real Twitter. If she has a real Twitter, I cannot find it because there's like.
I don't think she do. She's 54. She probably don't have a Facebook and a Twitter. Yeah. I'm sure the X Factor will. I'm sure she in that top 16 because I read a little spoiler, and so I'm sure that they gonna hook her up so that she can get that blue check. I'm trying to get my blue check.
I know. You know who? Okay, I think we need to talk about on my list the next one, the good ones, the ones that I thought were really amazing. I almost thought they were the best of the night. Maybe they were. Alex and Sierra.
Man, shut your mouth, Jason. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm going to agree to disagree with you on that. Now, I will say this. Alex and Sierra was good, and I remember them from L.A. They was in L.A.
Yeah.
And Alex and Sierra are very much in love, and so that makes for a beautiful story. And Alex and Sierra sounded really good. And wait a minute. let me put that down. Now, if I'm gonna grade you from an A to an F, I gave Alex and Sierra, in my personal opinion, about an A minus a B. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like there were some areas that they could have picked it up. Because when it first started out, it sounded a little weird and a little off to me. And I know they try to flip it up so they can sing it differently, but I wasn't feeling all that at first. And then all them different faces and stuff she was making was kind of tripping me out.
I think they deserve an A+, but yeah, you're right, they did make some faces. But the arrangement was really great. But then someone told me on Twitter that that's from The Voice. Someone else did it before them. I'm like, oh, I thought it was an original.
We can't be copycat.
Well, one other thing about them, okay, they seem really sweet and stuff, but I kind of get a little bit like, that's too much. Too much lovey. I love you forever. Oh my God, we're perfect together. Oh my God, anything you want. I was like, okay.
They really like that too. I mean, they really all over in love with each other. I was like, I can't talk too much on it. But trust me, I know the fact that they in love.
I think I'm just jealous.
Why? Well, you want to be in love, Jason? No. Somebody love you. Y'all subscribe and tell Jason how much you love him. Yeah, because he don't need them. But check this out, Jason. That when they was over there in Charleston, but check this out. Let's tell as far as the youth, we going out to the youth. What about the youth?
What about the youth? Well, okay, Alex and Sierra won, but we have to talk about Ryan Page.
Man, I was waiting for you to get there.
She can sing. I think she's tweeting me. I mean, as far as I know, it's her real Twitter. I tweeted Alex and Sierra too, and a few of the others, and they tweeted back. And I think it's Ryan's page, but she's really nice. And anyway, she is a great singer. And everyone, we just have to say, we can all tell that she has a disability, or however you call it. Like, her hands are a little different. But that, to me, did not take away from her performance or anything. I didn't really even consider that when I thought she's a really great singer.
Yeah, I thought that, man, she rocked the show. Let me tell you, that little girl came out there, and I didn't really know what to think now. She's another little young girl that I remember seeing before, but I'm telling you, this little girl rocked the show to me. You know what I'm saying? I remember you said something about her being a little pitchy, but I tell you what, you know who she put me in the mind of, but not quite, because, still ain't nobody top to me. But you remember Beatrice from last year?
Oh, I love her.
I don't know if it was the look, because it definitely wasn't the music, but the kind of the look, maybe the sound a little bit, but she rocked it, like Beatrice rocked it back in the day.
I agree.
So I don't know. The first day went by so fast. Hour one, I don't know what happened, but it was amazing.
I know. So I think we just recapped the first episode. That was the premiere episode.
That was it. Hey, check this out. I got some, before we go into the second episode, I got somebody here that I want everybody to meet. This is my first Panda Fanda. And so that means that, of course she's my number one because she was the first. So how can I not have her as my number one? Jason, you might not know her personally, but she follows you on Twitter, and I think you follow her too. So I definitely want to introduce y'all to my friend because, baby, she flew all the way down here from Hershey, baby. That's somewhere up there in between New York and Philadelphia up there. But she flew down here, child, to kick it with me so that we could watch this show together because she is a loyal Panda Founder. She went with me over there to New Orleans to audition for X Factor this season. And, baby, she has just been my little rock. And since she been here, I ain't out hipped on the computer system. So she been hooking up all my stuff and updating everything. And she the bomb, but here she is. I'm going to let her sit there for a second. Right. Tell them hi. Girl, tell all my people hi. Jasmine, everybody. This is my number one Panda girl. So, y'all, Jasmine, can you give all the Jason Brock Panda Ross fans a little shout out and tell them that they need to keep up with
everyone got to keep up with the episodes. They're awesome, as you can tell already. Hilarious. Two of the best people ever to interact with. It's going to be a great show, so everyone needs to subscribe.
Yeah.
You're missing out if you don't.
Hey, Jasmine, when I first got on the Skype call, you were sitting there and Panda was not on the camera. And I thought, Panda, have you had like a skin treatment or something?
What I look like? Michael Jackson reincarnated?
Somebody at Starbucks told us that we look alike and that they thought that I was her daughter.
Oh, yeah, I could see it.
White folks, y'all just be lying. They I was like, y'all need to quit. Either she or Albano or either I'm Michael Jackson. Because that ain't right.
I know, right?
But anyways, everybody should subscribe to the show. I'm going to let you guys get back to it then.
And tell all the Levotics.
Oh, yeah, shout out to all the Levotics. You're Demi all day.
Yeah, we do love
I know you're with us, Jason. I know you're with us.
Oh, yes, I am. I love Demi Lovato. And
Who does?
I'm starting to like Simon Cowell a little. And, I love Kelly Rowland on the show. I'm starting to love her.
I love the panel.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing.
Rubio, I love her.
Paulina.
But I mean, like, I don't think she gets enough time to shine.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Kelly Demi show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Look at my CJ. Well, I agree. I love Simon, and I think by him, me and him, we broke up and everything, but it's all good because I still love my boo, and he is Lauren's baby daddy now, and so because he's Lauren's baby daddy, I'm all right with that. He cool. You cool, Simon. I got your back. I got your back. I know that I already know that I know I was the original baby mom. So
that's right.
I'm going to pass on. But check this out. Let's get on to day number 2. It starts off today in Denver. And we had up first Yaslin Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't even know how to pronounce her name correctly, but baby, she sucked. How you going to come up on that stage and before you get up on her? Now, I don't know much about Paulina Rubio, but I know one thing that they say she is big over in the, what is that? The
Latin America.
In the Latin America. And so
Latin
obviously
America.
People like her. She probably something like Selena or whatever. And so how Yaslin gonna say she think that she could be better than Paulina? You can't be better than Paulina.
They told her
and
to
then
say
you
that.
gonna come up on your stage. I don't think Paulina gonna go up on stage with a telephone in her hand singing lyrics off her phone.
I know. I think they probably, they asked her, they're probably like, do you think you're better than Paulina Rubio? I don't know. Don't you think you are? I guess so. Okay, tell us how good you are. And then, anyway, sorry.
She ruined it for herself, baby.
Know,
She
right?
acted a fool. Who was up? Thomas Wiederspoon. I don't remember too much about him.
Hold on. I thought Thomas Wiederspoon was going to be good because he seemed like a nice guy who had a real deep voice. And he did, come on, baby, turn the lights down low.
How you gonna still? Now, anybody should have known. One thing that I always say, and this is real talk, Jason, that this is real talk, and I ain't wanted to brag on myself or nothing, but check this out. Don't nobody that's gonna try out for X Factor ever need to go to X Factor and sing Bring It On Home of that song right there. Because the only thing Simon's gonna be thinking about is Panda Ross and Willie Jones. He gonna be like, they didn't do that right. And so ain't no comparison with them two songs. So I'm gonna tell you what, if you're going to X Factor, please don't try out with Bring It On Home or Let Them Turn Them Lights Down Low. Cause it ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna work. All they gonna see is Willie Jones.
Yeah, Willie Jones. I tweeted Willie Jones. He didn't tweet back. But I could just only think of him when I heard that song, and I was like, they stole your song, and they didn't do it well. But when we were backstage at X Factor Season 2, like, everyone would sing it to him. As soon as we see him, we'd be like, come on, baby, turn them lights down.
He should have had that. What about Riley Brown?
What?
Riley Brown.
Oh, Riley Brown. Wait, Riley was really... Hold on. I think she was really good. Hold on. Which one? Oh, yeah.
Riley Brown was good. She got 4 years. She got... did she 4 girls? But kept going... Oh, she forgot her words in the beginning.
Oh, my
but
God.
then she kept going on. And, baby, her vocals was on point.
I just have to tell you about Riley Brown. She is my favorite of the whole show so far. I'm sorry. She just...
For real?
Something really special. So,
wow.
I know. It was like, but when you hear a voice, that's a voice. Yeah. That's a voice I'm going to remember. That's a voice I love. I just feel something from it. But, she definitely is not as, like, polished in some ways as some of the other people. Yeah. But there's still something there. It's really...
They can work with that. She workable with. And her daddy was so proud of her. Mm-hmm. I was so proud of her, too. And she was making all these weird sounds in the front. And I was like, who she reminded me of? That boy from American Idol. The little weird white boy. What's his name?
Wait, which
you
one?
remember
one?
the bird lover.
Oh, you mean that one with the long hair? Nature Boy.
Nature Boy. I said she reminds me of the Nature Boy from American Idol. Because she making all these weird noises. He used to do all kind of crazy stuff like that. But when she went out there, she surprised me, baby.
Right.
Check it out. Jeff Brinkman. You're so beautiful. Now that boy, they've been showing. But let me tell you one thing though, X Factor, please don't show that commercial no more. They must have showed that commercial 45 times a day. I said that boy done got. But I ain't mad at you though, Jeff Brinkman, for getting that airtime, because you know to get that national exposure, that's a lot of money. And so to be on the TV that many times, you cannot be forgotten because you was on my TV screen at least 45 times a day.
That's right. But he had a good voice. You know, he really did. He had that. You are that kind of.
You know, check it out. You know who he reminded us of, and anybody that thought about it, because I tweeted it right away. Vino Alano. And when I said, baby, we ain't gonna have another big Vino 2 years in a row, is we? I mean, but Vino was good. You know, Vino, my boy, and he was in our group, and he had some issues, but he was all right. And so Jeff Brinkman, he reminded me of a probably good attitude, Vino Alano.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think, he has a great voice. He's not like a, coming from a rough background like Vino did, and I love Vino too. But, you know, Vino had a more, hard edge, and Jeffrey Brinkman.
He did a lot of work.
Definitely different voice, but there are some similarities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. But this was the funniest one of the night, and it tripped me out. Now, 34-year-old Jocelyn Hinton.
Yeah.
She gonna come out there singing fireworks. She was a hot ghetto mess. And then, I don't know what, she came out there on the stage waving. How you gonna come out there on the stage waving to get ready to sing fireworks? And your armpit, she didn't even shave under her armpit. And when she threw her head back, she hadn't shaved her chin either. Looked like she be growing her, like she had a little light beard, and she be shaving it, but she had forgot to shave it before she got to the show. And them armpits was on, they had her all up under. I was like, now, sister, you is representing the Soul Sisters. Don't you do that no more. Next time you go on national TV, if you wear some long sleeves, if you ain't gonna shave under your armpit, and then gonna start singing fireworks, baby, I said, baby, she is, I don't know whose fire she trying to light, but somebody needs to dash some water on her to get her out of there, because she is a hot bitch.
I know. And the sad thing is that she just kept going. They told her no. She sang another song. They said no. She kept singing more songs until Simon had to get up and go up on the stage and walk her off. He did it kind of nicely, actually. He's like,
he did. That's why I say Simon is changing. That baby is really changing him. He walked up there and did it so nicely. And then they stuck in a box and she was still singing.
You know, he didn't get mad in this whole thing. He wasn't like, this is horrible. Like, well, he said some mean
comments. Yeah, he said some crazy stuff.
But I don't think it was as mean as usual.
Okay, check this out. Now, I've been hearing a lot about Rachel Potter. I went and did a little bit of homework on Rachel Potter.
Oh, really?
Rachel Potter, you know, she done some stuff, and she got a little ski, and
I heard she did
sung with some important people. Mm-hmm. And Rachel Potter, you know, they came up there and she was good. Yeah. But that's all I can say. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
No.
Is that it was not over the top or something that jaw dropping. It was a good performance, and she's a good singer, and that's about all it was. Well, and even though I heard she's in the top 16, you know, more power to her. But I didn't feel that was like A+ standing ovation, all that stuff they did.
I know they really did exaggerate. I noticed they do that a lot on that show. Is like, you know, something could be really good, but it's not like, oh my god, you know. Yeah.
But then, you know the judges, they got to do their TV act.
Yes, exactly. But I think she is really talented. I listened to that performance. I thought, well, obviously she can sing. She's a really good singer. But I don't think that was the best song for her, to be honest. I didn't even feel like it was that country, and she said it was country. So I'm like, is it really country? You know?
And I said, baby, and I thank God she'll stay on the first show for a little while. But if she's a country singer and that's all she's doing, baby, I'm sorry, she's not gonna be able to make it. Now they picked up Tate and then they dropped Tate. So Tate's little country album didn't go too far. And Tate is a good singer and everything. Tate rocked the show last year. He won the show. And so, but every one of these singing televisions got all these country singers, and I love country, but I'm tired of the country singers winning all the show. Yeah. And it's like, okay, it's 1 million country singers, and and that's why Tate couldn't make no money. It's too many country singers and too much country music out there. They got to split all the dollars into 2 cents a piece, and it ain't enough money.
But
all of them to really just come out there and do
it.
Huh?
I'm so jealous. Tate made $5 million because he won, and they were giving $5 million away that season. Oh Lord, I wish I'd won that.
He got $5 million.
Yes, he did.
This year they ain't giving away but $1 million.
I know.
Simon,
they took it down.
And that's probably coming out of Simon's pocket because they didn't have no sponsors. But if they keep up the good work, they might just get Pepsi to pick them back up.
Maybe so. And we have Pepsi as our sponsor now because we're more famous than... No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I have Starbucks. Wait a minute.
Jorge Pena.
The
ice cream.
Lord, wait a minute. Let me just say this before you get started. I'm gonna let you talk about Jorge, because Jorge was a whore. He was a whore. He was just a mess. And check this out. But he was sexy and he was cute. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna let you take it from there.
I agree that he was. I thought he was pretty sexy at first, and I guess he still is kind of. But I disagree with what the judges said when he came out. They're like, "You're a little bit. You should be more humble," And I'm like, and then Kelly I think said humble's more sexy, and I'm like, okay, y'all may say that, but I don't think that's more sexy. I think arrogance is more sexy. I'm sorry, but I think it is. When someone's
I beg to differ on that, because that was a major turnoff to me, and as you can tell for the crowd, you did not hear the crowd having they was looking at him as they put the camera on him and utter disgust. Because let me tell you something. You remember last year when we were doing American Idol last season?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. You remember that black boy? He was the worship leader, and the boy could sing. He could sing his butt off. But you know what? He was the first one that they eliminated from the show after they put him through to the live shows. He was the first one eliminated, and the reason why, because he had so much pride. When that white boy, the one that we were just talking about a while ago, when he got sick, you remember the other teammate helped him, but he talking about that's not competition, and he was real cocky and proud. That's the way he felt.
But look at this, Panda. Look at this. Emblem 3, really arrogant. People love him. They made it all the way to what, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. And
he a different kind of arrogant. He cocky, and I didn't see that with Emblem 3. They had their little swag and they look.
Well, they're confident, and
that's what I thought about them.
Yeah, but
they're pretty confident about this dude here. He like Paulina say, baby, you ain't no star yet.
Oh,
so you need to go down.
I couldn't believe him saying that.
And the word of God, don't let me start quoting the word of God. The word of God say, pride comes before a fall. He won't make it past boot camp if they have one.
So anyway, he sang okay. He was not like amazing or not bad. It was just, he sang, I couldn't really tell if it was really good or bad because I didn't know the song that much. But if just based on his voice, I thought, it's all right,
But check this out.
Yeah. Simone.
Russ Pouliot. Go to Russ Pouliot.
Oh, wait, we skipped Simone.
Simone who? What?
Simone Toys, do you have her?
Oh, yeah, Mustang Sally. That was my favorite. Maybe that baby sang.
Sally, right. I know.
That's going to be my next song, baby.
You could do that song.
I liked it because she was young and she sang an old school song. And everybody know the old school music is the good music. If you're going to go out there and you're going to sing something that you want to sing and make it sound good and bring some life to it, sing an old song as a young person, an old school song as a young person, and bring some life. Revive the whole song. Yep. Still trying to sing like a Nicki Minaj or somebody like that song.
I know. She was so good, and I was touched by her story because when she got that applause, it almost felt like, she had that feeling of like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Almost like she felt like, it almost seemed like she'd never gotten that before, And then her dad was crying, and she was crying, and I was nearly crying. I'm just like, oh my god, it was so touching. I really.
It was good. It really was.
Yeah.
I was excited.
So
but what about Russ Pulley?
Yeah.
He did.
Well.
What, Jason?
He thought he sounded like Sinatra. And he had said he got all these 4 years of vocal lessons. And as soon as he said that, I tweeted this. I'm like, watch out for the ones who say they have vocal lessons. Because those, I'm not saying everyone who gets vocal lessons is bad, because that's not true. But some people are bad, and they go to vocal lessons, and they think they turned good, but they didn't actually.
Right.
And he's one of them.
And then they came and took that mic away from him and gave it to Simon, and Simon didn't do too much better. But praise God.
Simon just made fun of him. I wanted to hear Simon really sing. I mean, okay, Simon sang, which is cool, but I wanted to hear I wanted him to really sing. But he just made fun of the guy.
Check this out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to my girls, Roxy Montana. Mm-hmm. Now, you know Roxy Montana? Little inside secret.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye is their grandfather. So you know them girls like some ski. Marvin Gaye is their grandfather.
Oh.
Yes. Did I let it out? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so check this out. Them my girls right there. They tried out last year. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Baby, they back this year. And let me tell you, they gonna go far, but they might not go all the way, but they might. You just never know. Now, I didn't like the way that Simon tried to make one sister better than the other sisters, even if she was a star. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They all sounded good, and they in there as a group, and you know they always gonna have one that outshine the other. And Kelly was quick to say that because she knew that Beyonce was the star in Destiny's Child. So she said it's always gonna be one that outshine something like that, outshine us. So pro baby, she thinking about how Beyonce stole the show, and here it is years later. No. She had to write that dirty laundry.
Have you noticed no one sung Beyonce yet? But if they do, I can imagine this is what's going to happen. And judges, what do you think? And when it gets to Kelly, she's going to be like, Beyonce, did you just sing Beyonce?
Can I sing? I like my kisses down low. I want to sing Kelly. Okay, so honestly, what'd you think about Roxy Montana?
Oh, I thought Roxy Montana was pretty good. I thought they were a little bit off on their first song, actually.
Me too.
But like Simon said, they have a lot of potential, and they sounded way better on the gospel song. But, I think they could use some polishing, really, to be honest. But still, they're great girls, and they are friends of ours. And I remember freaking them out, talking to them about gay sex on camera for X Factor last season. It was so funny. You should have seen the looks on their faces. They're like, because they're like Christian girls,
Well, check it out. I thought Roxy Montana was good. The first song was okay.
Yeah.
I thought even the gospel song was better.
Yeah.
I still didn't give that an A+ either.
Yeah.
I just gave it about a B.
Yeah.
But I think that they'll improve, and whoever. Oh yeah, who did I tell you was over the groups? Oh, Simon got the group, so he'll hook them up. He'll fix them up and get them with the right songs.
Well, who knows?
Al
Be the next big thing.
They could, because we need a new Destiny's Child. We need a TLC group. I mean, for real. They act like rock and roll and soul and got lost somewhere in the music industry. They need to bring that on back.
And even when it's there, it's totally popified, like, in a way that's not really that soulful,
Right. What about Al Calderon?
Al Calderon, what a cutie. What a good singer. This is what I picture. Al Calderon and that first guy that we saw, what was his name? Hold on, I got it.
Carlito?
Okay, Al Calderon and Carlito are going to be put into part of a boy band. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 more. And Simon's going to put them together because they're cute and they can sing. And they're probably going to be the next One Direction, or try to be the next One Direction. That's what I think's going to happen.
Well, we'll see. Well, check this out. This is the only thing that I don't understand. You started off with a weak singer, and you exed her, and you ended with a weak
Wait.
who was kind of a weak singer.
Who, Al Calderon?
No, they started out with a weak singer on the night too, Yasmin Marquez, and then they ended the show with Mrs. Weeks, who was actually kind of weak.
That's right.
Who was actually kind of weak. Baby, look at her. I remember her, and let me tell you something about that woman, the railroad singer.
Oh, cause you
baby, I'm gonna need her. I think she need to go back to the railroad. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. She beautiful and she look wonderful, but she ain't got nothing on Lily McLeod, and she looks beautiful for her age and everything, but baby, she was not doing nothing and no kind of justice to that Whitney Houston song.
Yeah.
With that music, she was a C minus. Without the music, she was a C, and they passed up through and gave her glorious, reviews and stood all up. And I said, baby, these judges, I had to go on Twitter and say, baby, these judges need to quit. Now, it's all right to tell the truth and then stand up and all that old stuff because we need that. But, baby, don't be lying. Just go on and give her 4 yeses and send on through because y'all like her. But all that extra stuff y'all making up and lying and stuff for the camera, stop that because that is a lie. It's a straight-up lie.
I have to agree with you. When I first heard the first song, I thought, why are they giving her a second song? And then when I heard the second, when she did it without music, then I thought, well, it's true that was better, and it got way better in the end. But it was still, I think we both know she's not like Whitney Houston. She was not, and it was mainly the story. It's because she had her kids and she's Subway singer. So that story, and they made it all,
I'm like, give me a break.
But I'm glad you made it.
Because by then, I was already bored.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie. I started getting bored that last 45 minutes. And so I'm going to need X Factor because I know y'all watching us. Y'all going to have to keep it up and keep it on point. Me and Jason, we love X Factor.
Right.
And we got your back. Now, on our commentary show, we're going to tell the truth. And if the judges, we don't agree with them, we're going to tell the truth about that too.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it crunk because we want the world, especially those who might have to work and can't tune in, we want them to know the real deal on the X Factor. And what's going on and who should win and who ain't gonna win. Or we just trying to come in sync with y'all, and we don't want y'all to think for 1 minute that when we make a comment on this show that we are against X Factor, because we are for the X Factor. Because if I decide to try out again, I needed to be there because baby Panda ain't got the money just yet to go to the UK to audition. But check it out, all you Panda, Jason, Brock, Panda Ross fans.
Whatever.
That wraps up the season premiere of 1 and 2.
Yes.
And we are so delighted that you decided to join us tonight. And we want y'all to tune in again next week because they'll be doing LA and they're going to be doing LA and New Orleans. And you just never know who you might see.
That's
all I got to say.
Panda, I think we need to say one other thing. We need to say who was the best dressed. Because I'm going to say Demi.
Demi was on point. Baby, Demi, I'm a Levati. Baby, I am a Levati.
Yes,
I love Demi because of the way that she dressed. Because she let all young girls know you ain't got to have all your breasts and butt hanging out to look good and to look sexy. So Demi is all that in the bag of chips. And, I agree with her. Oh, baby, stop that. She don't want you. She don't want you, Jason. All that old bi stuff ain't working with her.
But anyway, I guess that's good enough for our first show. Is there anything else? Oh, okay. So subscribe to us. Subscribe to Panda's channel. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. We have our own channels. Plus, we're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter because we live tweet the show during the show. I live tweet during California time. And you live tweet during
Dallas, Texas time.
Texas and East Coast, same time, right? Like the show.
Check this out. I want to say one more thing. Tomorrow I'll be flying out I got shows. I got a lot of shows coming up. Awesome. I was going to ask Justin to hand me my thing. I'll be in Kansas City. I got a show tomorrow in Kansas City. If you're on my Facebook, if you're not on there, go on there. And the address and everything is on there. Me and Charlotte Embry, who was my roommate at boot camp last year, we'll be doing a show together Friday night with her band. Oh. It's going to be humongous. A lot of people already talking about it. And then Sunday morning, I'll be at Victory Outreach in Kansas City, and I'll be singing and giving my live testimony there. When I get back to Dallas, I'll be headed to Amarillo, Texas, and I'll be in Amarillo, Texas on the 30th of this month. Okay. And then when I get back from Amarillo, Texas, I'll be headed to. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. I'm headed to Chicago. I got a show over. Just keep up on my Facebook, and it'll give you the addresses. I'll be in Chicago from the 1st to the 3rd, and then I'll be in Nashville from the 6th to the 9th. Wow. And then after Nashville, what do? Oh, I come back, and it's something else that I got. I got like San Jose, California. The end of October, I'll be in San Jose, California.
You better come see me when you're in San Jose.
I am. The guy over there, he said he's gonna take us to LA and to what's name. Oh. And you guys know that I'm in the midst of. Well, I can't tell y'all that.
You can't say that, but I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I want to say what I'm doing too. Okay, so this month I'm going to Miami for a private show, and then at the end of the month I have a show here in San Francisco at Martuni's Piano Bar. Come to it. In January, I'll be at the Society Club in San Francisco as well. And I'm working on a movie. And it's not coming out for a while, but we're filming it right now. And plus, just a little nothing. Well, it's something. It's cool to me. I'm going to be dancing in the background on the new HBO TV show, Looking.
Already.
So
with all that information, we look forward to seeing y'all again next week. And all me and Jason Brock really got to say, without you guys, we have nothing if we don't have you, my darling, yeah. We love y'all. Thanks again, all you Japanders.
Okay. Thank you. Tune in next week. We'll do another episode of Reviewing X Factor. Bye.
Bye.